to do a video of what I took on the Great Glen Way. So, start with the rucksack. So, the rucksack is a Osprey 33 litre Talon. So I managed to carry everything in this. And my weight, including food and water, was around 10 kilograms, which I thought was pretty good. So I think it's a great bag. So we'll just see basically what I took and what's in it. So if we look at the tent, so the tent I took was a Big Agnes Fly Creek 2 ultralight tent. There's good and bad things about this tent. The weight is fantastic. It's only probably just over 900 grams. For a two-person tent, I wouldn't say it's a two-person tent. I think it's a one-person tent, so you can get your gear in there. I have taken two people. My daughter and I did the Rob Roy Way. It was a struggle, even with one average-sized person and a smaller person. I think two average size or two larger people would really struggle to fit in that. The weight's great. For one person backpacking tent, I think it's a great tent. It can wet out in the wet. It dries very, very quickly though. One thing you do need, and really is essential, and I found that out on the Rob Roy Way, is you definitely need a footprint or some sort of ground sheet. So in terms of ground sheet, you can buy a ground sheet that fits it exactly from Big Agnes, but I just got it's a kind of waterproof ground sheet. It doesn't really weigh very much at all, probably 150 grams, and that does the job. It's like 10 from Amazon. Okay, so going into the rucksack. So in terms of cook system, this is one I use. So basically I've got an ultralight stove in here that I keep everything in it, including the gas cartridge. So we just keep it all in a bag there to keep it clean, and that's my stove. Okay. The other thing I have is for water. I have a water filter, which is just a Sawyer Mini. You've got to make sure it doesn't freeze, so I kind of keep it in this Ziploc bag, and just fill up the bag there. Some people take spares because the bag can split. I've never had that happen to me. So yeah, I use that to collect water and filter water. Other thing I have as well is a kind of long ultralight titanium spork, which weighs nothing, but the length is good for getting into those kind of rehydrated meal packs, so you don't get your hands all covered in food. So yeah, ultralight spork. So that's really my kind of cook system. I take obviously a down jacket. This stays in my bag all year round. It's a Montaigne Prism jacket. It's not the warmest, I would say. It weighs probably about 350 grams, so it's not the lightest, but as a kind of versatile jacket, I think it's great. It really just adds that extra layer. Primaloft, I think, works really well. So yeah, I really like that jacket. This is my electronics bag. So in here I've got my head torch. Which is an ultralight head torch. Weighs virtually nothing, but does the job. You've got to charge it, obviously. So I carry a power bank just to charge my phone and my head torch whenever I need to. Okay, that's my food bag, obviously empty now. That's my, where I keep obviously clothes, spare clothes, sleeping bag, oh sorry, not sleeping bag, sleep clothes in there. Got an extra layer in here which is just a kind of lightweight fleece. Sleeping mat is the Thermarest Neo Air X Light. Couldn't remember the name of it there. Again, very, very light sleeping mats, 340 grams, 350 grams or so. It does crinkle when you move. That's the only downside in that, I think. Air pillow, 50 grams. Trichology. This is my sleeping bag. I like to take a synthetic sleeping bag. So this one here is a Rab Solar 2. It goes down to -1. In colder evenings, right about that temperature, even 1-2 degrees, you start to feel it. So I do tend to kind of double up with my jacket there in temperatures like that. But you know, again, it's synthetic. It's good for the Scottish climate. It weighs under a kilogram, so yeah, it's a reasonably good sleeping bag. Okay, sit mat and spare pair of gloves. And this is my kind of rucksack liner, which is kind of it's the Neo Air X Light pump sack. So it fits perfectly as a rucksack liner. So I use that. Okay, so in terms of that's my Pertex Shield rain jacket. Map, Great Glen Way. And then toiletries. So I just put it in a plastic bag, toiletries in here, wipes, etc. Okay. And the old famous trowel. And got a buff, beanie, kind of waterproof gloves, and this is my first aid kit, which I had to use for blisters. Rain cover for my rucksack. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I've carried in my rucksack. Obviously I've got walking poles that were attached to use. So in terms of what I wore, so I wore merino wool top, merino wool leggings, which I wore underneath these Rab Kinetic Alpine trousers. These are great because they're waterproof, but don't feel like waterproofs. They feel like a soft shell trouser, but they're fully waterproof. So I don't take rain pants. I don't take waterproof trousers. I just use these, and then wearing this in combination with the merino wool leggings, I think is a great combination. Just a synthetic t-shirt, and then to kind of go along with my Montane Prism, which is the kind of Primaloft insulation. This is more of an alpha, Polartec alpha active insulation, so it goes well together. So this is my fleece I use, which is the Alpha Direct jacket from Rab. I think it's a great piece of equipment. So that's pretty much it. All of that, what I wore, what I took, clean food water under 10 kilograms. Okay, thanks for watching.